Genesis 24, 10 to 14, we continue. The quest was started by the servant, the trusted servant of Abraham. We will read Genesis 24, 10 to 14. And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master and departed. For all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia unto the city of Nahor. And he made his camels to kneel down without the city or outside the city by a well of water at the time of the evening, even the time that women go out to draw water. And he said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, I pray thee, send me good speed this day, and show kindness unto my master Abraham. Behold, I stand here by the well of water, and the daughters of the men of the city come out to draw water. Oh, let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I shall say, Let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink. And she shall say, Drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for thy servant Isaac. And thereby shall I know that thou hast showed kindness unto my master. Whoa! He didn't even pray for himself. His prayer was all for his master. This is like the image of when we say Jesus is Lord. How much loyalty do we have to our master? Oh, I digress. Let's go back to this trusted servant. After he traveled all the way to the city of Nahor, which is in Mesopotamia. So the servant went laden with gifts and goods suitable for a beautiful dowry. Taking 10 camels, it must have been quite a fortune. He made it to the city of Nahor, just outside Haran. Notice it says he made his camels to kneel down outside the city by a well of water at the time of the evening when women come out to draw water. And notice also it says first that it was a well of water. Do you realize the chance of reaching a specific well was very slim, except for the fact that according to verse 7, God sent his angel before him, guiding him. Second, it says the trusted servant came at the time of the evening that women go out to draw water. This is very significant. The women came in the evening because there is safety in numbers, and it was cool. Coming during the day would have exposed the women to heat, possible sexual assault, and worse. But you see, next, we see why this servant was trusted. He prayed a completely unselfish prayer on behalf of his master. Let's quote it and examine it. It said in verses 12 to 14, O Lord God of my master Abraham, I pray thee, send me good speed this day and show kindness unto my master Abraham. You see, his loyalty to Abraham was total. He was on a mission completely sanctioned by God. Next, behold, I stand here by the well of water. and the daughters of the men of the city come out to draw water. Now the servant came to the realization that it was no coincidence that he arrived at this particular well at this particular time of day. He definitely had been guided by God. Then the servant said in his prayer, "And let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I shall say, let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink. And she shall say, drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for thy servant Isaac. And thereby shall I know that thou hast showed kindness unto my master." My goodness, he was asking a lot now, wasn't he? But this was indeed a model prayer, and it was so specific. His strategy was to ask for a drink. Then the woman who would provide him with one would also offer water to the 10 camels. Do you realize to water 10 thirsty camels involved a lot of work? It really did. My goodness. I know, I fed a horse once. He drinks a lot. But a camel? Wow. Now in James 4, verse 3, we read, "You ask and you receive not, because you ask amiss." My goodness, this servant didn't ask amiss now, did he? "That you may spend it upon your lusts." This was definitely not the case of Abraham's most trusted servant. James 5:16 described him the best. "The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much." He definitely was righteous and displayed unswerving integrity. That was hard to find, wasn't it? Especially being a servant or a slave. You know what? This statement, "he definitely was righteous and displayed unswerving integrity," is something that I pray could be said of me too. Heck, I'd even settle for it on my tombstone. This man was righteous, and he definitely had integrity. Unfortunately, I'm just got high hopes, don't I? Do I really have integrity?